We are writing a function rule, okay? So we're just gonna start with problems and we're gonna work through how do we write a function rule. Whenever it says write a function rule, you guys, do you know another word for that? Write a what? Write an equation, okay? So a function rule, an equation, it's the same thing. They're looking for an equation here, okay? So number one, it says you can estimate the temperature. This is actually legit, you can do this. By counting the number of chirps of a snowy tree cricket. Isn't that cool? What? The number of chirps a snowy tree cricket makes. We don't have them around here, but it's cool. It says the outdoor temperature is about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, more than 1/4 the number of chirps the cricket makes in 1 minute. What is a function rule that represents the situation? Okay, so here's how you need to think about this, because this is a whole lot of words, right? We're gonna break it down so it's less words, and then we're gonna take those words and we're gonna turn them into an equation, okay? So here's the words that I would do. I would say the temperature, so I'm just gonna write the temp here, is, and then it says 40 degrees more than, okay? So we're gonna do 40 more than, 1/4, and then the number of chirps. Okay, that's what they're saying in their sentence. The temp is 40 more than 1/4 the number of chirps. If you can take those words and turn it into symbols and numbers, it's pretty simple. Okay, God bless you. So here's what I would do. Well, what would you do? What would you call temperature? I'd call it T, yes. Okay, so we're gonna say T. What is in math? Equals. Okay, now here's what I want you to look at. It's 40 more than, what is more than?
That one. Going right, you did the right one.
Oh, you're thinking greater than.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's the underline.
No.
Never mind. No.
It's not an inequality, it's plus, right? When we say, remember we did more than and less than and we had to flip them like this when we did that? So you don't have to for more than because it is addition and you're allowed to add in either order. But for the sake of if you have a less than problem, I'm gonna switch them right now, okay? So the 40 is gonna go over here. And the 1/4 the number of chirps is gonna go over here. What do you wanna call the number of chirps?
C.
Okay, so if we call this C, then this is, what are you doing with the 1/4 and the C? What
1/4 C.
operation? 1/4 C, you're multiplying them, right? So we're gonna write 1/4 times C plus 40. That is your equation. The temperature equals 1/4 times the number of chirps plus 40.
Is that all?
Okay, that's the whole problem. Just come up with what your equation should be. Now, if you had written it this way, T equals 40 plus 1/4 C, that's totally fine. It's just if it were a less than instead, that's not totally fine. Okay, so just be careful if it's a less than. No, there's nothing to solve. They just say write the function rule. Okay, okay, number 2. It says a concert seating plan is as follows. So reserved seats are $25 a ticket. General seats are $10 a ticket. And this is the amount of rows that they have and seats in each row for those ticket prices. Okay? Now here's what it says. It says the reserved seats are sold out. So they sold every reserved seat in the theater or the wherever we are. Write a function rule for the possible total revenue, which is the money brought in. Okay, so we know that they got $25 a ticket for 10 rows of 12 seats. How many seats are there in the reserved section?
10 times 12.
10 times 12, right? There's 120 total seats. Okay, so if there's 120 total seats and they're charging $25 a ticket, what do we do with that? Not divide, we multiply, right? Because there's 120 of them and each one is $25. So we're gonna do 120 times 25 and that's gonna equal our reserved price. Okay, so let's plug that in. 120 times 25 is $3,000. Okay, so for the reserved stuff, they're making $3,000 for sure because they sold all of them. It says write a function rule for the possible total revenue or money brought in. So we're gonna do the total revenue. Total money brought in equals, and now we have to figure out how we can come up with a function to help us do this. We know that we're gonna add $3,000 to the total because they sold all of the reserved tickets. But we don't know how many general tickets they'll sell. So can you find a way to figure out like a variable and some other number that we can put in front here so that we can say, well, if they sell 60 tickets, it would be this much. But if they sell 22 tickets, it would be this much. So it's not just a set, like, we don't have to solve for every single one for all of our options. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So they said it's how many dollars per ticket for the general. Right. So if it's $10 per ticket and we don't know how many tickets they're going to sell, we're going to say 10 times the number of tickets. You want to call that T or N?
T.
I don't care. So 10 times the number of tickets plus $3,000 for the tickets we know they sold in the reserved section. Okay? That means our equation would be revenue equals 10T plus 3,000. Okay? But here's my question. There's a maximum. There's a maximum amount of money they can make here. Does anyone know how we could figure out what's the most money they could make?
Times time. Did what we did right here. Right here.
Right. Do what we did here
And then
over here, right? So it's 30 rows and there are 16 seats per row. So if we multiply that, 30 times 16, there are 480 seats in the general section. Okay? How much money could they make in the general section then?
Times the times 10.
Multiply that by 10. So if I plug in 480 tickets here, that would be, here's the most you could make. So if we did 10 times 480 and we add 3,000 to that, that is 4,800 plus 3,000. So the most they can make would be $7,000. 7,800, sorry, dollars. Well, I mean, depends what the show is. If it's like Barney's coming to town, I think that's a pretty good showing right there. Yeah, that would not work for Billie Eilish. Questions on that? Okay, last one. This one is a nonlinear function rule, so this is going to look a little bit different, meaning it's not going to be a straight line, okay? But here's what it says. It says, write a function rule for the area of a rectangle whose length is 5 inches more than the width. So let's just think of a general rectangle right now, okay? If this is the length and this is the width, how would I find the area of that?
Times it.
You multiply it, right? Area equals length times width, okay? But now look at what they told us. It says, write a function rule for the area of a rectangle whose length is 5 feet more than the width. Now, if we want to take those words and turn it into an equation, what would it look like? What are we going to put for length?
5.
Wait, no.
No, L for length. What's is?
Equal.
Equals. How do you write 5 more than the width?
5 plus W.
5 plus W or W plus 5. Either one is fine. So I'm going to do W plus 5 just to keep that more than, less than switch in mind. That's supposed to be more than, not more that. Sorry. Okay, so now think about this. If the length is W plus 5, I can take that and get the length out of there. Because they're saying when the width is 9 feet, what's your setup for area? Well, we don't know the length, but if we know the width, then we only have one variable to solve for. And that's what we like with this stuff. So if area equals L times W, and we know L is the same as W plus 5, then really the area is W times W plus 5. So we're going to say area equals the width, W plus 5, times W. Okay? Now, technically you could leave it like this, or you could distribute. I'm going to distribute. So area equals, this would be W squared, right? W times W is W squared, plus 5 times W is 5W. So if we want a general equation, that would be it. So now what we could do is we could plug in all different numbers. What's the area if the width is 9? What's the area if the width is 2, right? And it's an easy problem then. You're just plugging a number in rather than having to solve for an area every time doing the whole process. Okay? So if we look here, hold on, Melian. They said, what would it be if the width is 9 feet? We're going to say the area equals, and just replace it with a 9. 9 squared plus 5 times 9. When we simplify that, 9 squared is 81. 5 times 9 is 45, right? We're following PEMDAS. We're going to add last. So the area would be 126. How do you label area?
Where?
Squared, right? So this is feet squared. Melian, what was your question?
You could do fast. I know it's better.
I did that too fast?
Yeah.
This part of it?
Yeah, that part you said like go too fast.
So I just plugged in a 9, right? W became 9. So it's 9 squared plus 5 times 9. 9 squared is 81. 5 times 9 is 45. And then you add those together.
Notice that part. I understand that part, but like, yeah, you go, in number 3, you go like, yeah, number 2.
Well,